good, y'all? Today is my first ever vlog, so work with me because I've never done this shit before. I have always just helped creators grow. I own a marketing agency, and I don't put my face on camera for the most part. But as of lately, stuff's just been too crazy for me not to document. I really want to start teaching people how to do what I do, documenting the process of what I do. I own a marketing agency, like I said. I'll go into that more in depth in a minute. And then I also own a clothing brand called Tame Psychotic, which I will go over in just a second. But yeah, I wanted to kind of just give a basic introduction of who I am. So my name is Joey Forslund. I've been in the online money space for about a year now, which is kind of crazy to say to the position that I'm at right now, to only have been in this space for about a year. And I am a 22-year-old college dropout, which is your typical online money kid story. Everybody ends up going to college or just not going to college. And if they go to college, they end up dropping out. So in that case, that was my situation. But yeah, that's my situation right there. Let me give you guys a little tour of the humble abode. So this is my room right here. Got my work space right here. Got the Mac Studio. I got my MacBook. Got my desk chair and everything. Got a nice view. I'll show you guys more of that in just a second. We're pretty high up. And then I got my bed, my clothing rack, all that stuff. And then bam, we just decked out the bathroom. Looking hella nice. Here's the rest of my bathroom. I got some clothes I need to put away. Yeah, pretty cool pad. I'll show you guys the living room right here. Welcome to the living room space. This is the wife Trinity.
Hello.
Yeah, here's the living space. If you're wondering why there's a ton of boxes, that is because we still handle fulfillment out of our apartment, which is stupid as hell, I know. Nobody talks about how hard it is to actually get approved for a warehouse, so that's what we're working on right now. We should be in a warehouse in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, which is gonna be nice. But yeah, we got all of our clothes from our last drop here. This is from our Black Friday collection. Yeah, we got the kitchen, we got just some aesthetically pleasing stuff, some whiteboard with some changes I'm making to my agency, which I'll go over just in a minute, of how things are run, what I'm changing, what I've learned in the past year. If you guys saw the title of this video, which is why you clicked on this, last month I generated my clients over $150,000, netted my agency just over 30 grand for the month. So yeah, pretty solid stuff. I'm gonna talk more about that in detail in just a minute, but let's go wake my roommate up. Marshall. Bro, that was terrifying. I've been swung on before by him. So yeah, this is Marshall's room. Marshall's a DJ who doesn't do anything productive with his life. He's sleeping at like 3 p.m. I'm just kidding. He's like the CEO of the brand. Yeah, so here's his little desk. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this setup. A lot of you guys who follow me follow Marshall as well. As you guys know, we're business partners. We run the brand together. But yeah, let's sit down. Oh shit, let me actually show you guys the view. It is windy as hell today, so look at this. I literally had like drinks spill all over the place. Like most of our stuff is inside from the balcony because it is literally crazy here in California. There are wildfires like just going everywhere right now. So yeah, let me show you guys the view. Check it out. Oh shoot. But yeah, we live in a skybox, which is pretty cool. I've lived in a high rise for the last 2 years and hopefully looking to get a house soon. All right, so let's get into what my marketing agency does. So my marketing agency is something called an info product agency. I help creators monetize and scale info product offers, whether it's like mentorship groups, courses, communities, anything under that realm. I handle the sales team management. I handle the back-end functions. I handle the charge disputes or like customer relationship management. Everything that goes into the back end of these offers, I'm pretty much in charge of management, in charge of the sales process, dialing in, you know, SOPs and everything. It is a pretty cool job, I will say. Today, my agency's up almost 3 grand, and for the most part, my sales team handles the sales side of things, but this is already pre-built stuff that, you know, me and my team work on every day. We have daily sales meetings, get on, talk about what's going wrong, what could go better, you know, tracking who has a good close rate, who has a good booking rate on the setting process side of things. There's been a lot of changes I've made in the last month or two that have been pretty revolutionary for the agency. I think in October, I only did like 15K with my agency, but you know, it doubled in the months of November, December, just because I switched a few little things that I'm gonna go over that if you are trying to build an info product agency, you will need to utilize. So let's get into it. Let's talk about today's earnings, what kind of groups I'm running right now and what kind of stuff my clients are doing, and then talk about how the whole process works with the agency. So as you can see, just for one of my clients, we're up 7 grand for the day. And you know, my agency takes a revenue percentage of every transaction that is made because we are the ones handling the sales process. We're the ones building the back-end systems in terms of like funnels, and then we're the ones who also consult on the marketing side of things in terms of what kind of content to post that is going to translate to sales. So just for one of my clients, like I said, we're up $7,000 for the day. For another client, we're up just $1,000 for the day. This client's typically up a lot more, but it was a pretty slow day in terms of calls. We only had one call, so we closed the guy on a payment plan. I think yesterday we did about 7 or 8K on that offer. So, you know, offers fluctuate. Sometimes you'll have days where you won't sell anyone. Sometimes you'll have days where you make $10,000 to $15,000. Really depends on what kind of traffic that the creator is pulling, and in terms of like what kind of content they're creating, how consistent they're posting, the amount of effort that they're putting into the content, where the traffic is coming from. That's huge. You know, obviously your average TikTok lead is going to be a little bit less reliable than your average YouTube lead or Twitter lead or email lead. So it really just depends on where that traffic is coming from as well. Yeah, like I said, we're only at $1,000 for this client for the day. And for my other client, we're also at just $1,000 for the day. But this offer has done, I think, just over 50 grand in about 2.5 weeks. So pretty solid. We're looking to hit $100,000 months probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then hopefully, God willing, in maybe like 2 months, we're at $200,000 plus months, which would be incredible. But yeah, that's a little bit about how my agency is run. It really is a very complex business model, I will say. It takes a decent amount of time. The reason I was able to expedite with it so fast is just because I was able to leverage a lot of my connections that I had to build mentorship groups and creator programs. And now I have the leverage to work with pretty much anyone, whether you have, you know, 100,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, to, you know, 3 million followers. I'm only working with a slew of clients because I don't want to work with 10 clients that are doing $10,000 a month. It just doesn't even make sense. I'd rather work with 1, 2, maybe 3 clients that are doing upwards of $100,000, $200,000 a month. And that is my goal with my current clients that I have. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So, but how did I get here? How did I get from going from a college kid, I was a college athlete, I had no direction in my life, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my degree, to building a full-blown agency that consistently brings me cash flow every single month, upwards of $30,000. And that is definitely low compared to what we're about to do in the next few months. So how did I do it? So first of all, back in 2020, I ended up going to a college in Pasadena, California. I was a college baseball player. I really didn't have any sense of direction in my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my degree. It was a great first year, I will say. Great first year of college. It was a very small school. I was really focused on my game and my craft within baseball and stuff like that. I was on scholarship. So it wasn't that big of a party year. I did not party. I don't like partying that much. I never really have been a big fan or like on that side of the degenerate side. I was more so just lost in what I wanted to do in my life. Year 2 came around. I started to fall a little bit out of love with the game. I was doing videography on the side. Video production was my skill set. It still is. I still utilize it for my content, my clothing brand that I do, but now it just doesn't feel like a job because I don't do it for work. I just do it for fun. But back then I was doing it for work, and it was hard to get clients to see the long-term vision with me in terms of working with me longer than like 3 or 4 months. I would have a lot of client drop-offs because I can't guarantee they're gonna get sales with their e-commerce business, or I can't guarantee that they're gonna get leads with their, you know, business that's a in-person business like a rental car company or something like that. It was very difficult for me to build long-term relationships. And so I knew this. I knew that it needed to be something else. I knew that I needed to build something more sustainable, something better for long-term longevity. So my sophomore year of college, I ended up dropping out. When I met my roommate Marshall, we ended up building our clothing brand about 3 or 4 months after we moved in together. And that has been one of our most profitable businesses that we run. That business is doing upwards of 6 figures a month, but I'm gonna be documenting the process more so of how I'm building my info product agency on this channel, which is my goal. I want to inspire others and teach others how to build an info product agency, because it really is a money glitch, and it really is such a profitable business model where you're gonna build long-term skills like sales, marketing, team management, staffing, email marketing, copywriting. Everything that goes into it is such great skills, and I've put my head down and worked my ass off for the last 6 months, and now I have a profitable agency that brings me upwards of $30,000 a month. So the best way that I can describe and document how I'm doing what I'm doing is not really just to like talk to you guys about this. I'm really gonna try and show you guys what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and pull up a few things on the screen right here. They're helping my agency and my clients to produce better results in terms of sales, and also produce better results in terms of client results inside the community, which isn't a big part of my job, but also it will make us more money in the long term. That's the most important step of my process with going into business with anyone. I make sure, number one, they actually make the money that they say they make from the business. A lot of people who build courses, and you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, will try and scam you, or they'll try and say they're making like $100,000 a month from the business, and they don't even make any money from it. A lot of creators build mentorship programs just because they know how to do it, but they've never done it themselves, or they leverage their name or their position in life to be able to try and teach you and make more money. Like, I know guys who have built TikTok shop mentorships, and they have no idea how to do TikTok shop. And the reason for it is because TikTok shop is not hard to learn, and you know, that creator has leveraged his name to be able to build a program. Now, on the flip side of things, I am working with somebody and I've built a TikTok shop mentorship group with him, and he is actually making more money from TikTok shop than he's actually making with our mentorship group right now. He made upwards of, I think, $80,000 a month ago, and we did, I think, like 60. So yeah, it is a crazy world we live in where you can just basically monetize any sort of knowledge on the internet, regardless of if you've actually done it yourself or not. But you know, that's the first course of action that I take when going into business with someone, is making sure that they are a genuine person that I want to do business with. And the reason for that is because I don't want to promote any sort of fake narrative on the internet just to coerce people into buying a product. I actually want to help people, and that's what I do with my agency. I build programs that genuinely change lives and help people. I have seen kids go from being broke and scared about their rent. They have invested the money into the program that we have built and risked not being able to make rent that second month. And in the first like 2 weeks, they've made upwards of like $15,000 with it. It really is life-changing. And if you go about creating courses and communities the correct way, it is one of the most profitable businesses that you can build. And that is why I built my agency. All right, so staying on the topic of this creator, here is one of the lead magnets that we have dropped. This is a free training on how to get started with TikTok shop. So this is crucial for a lot of creators, especially when you come from platforms like TikTok or Instagram. They really want to get to know more about you, because half the time your video is going to pop up as a creator on people's For You page or their Explore page on Instagram. So they don't know much about you. So what you want to do is you want to offer them a lot of free value. Alex Hormozi talks about this philosophy that says the more that you give to someone, the more obligated they're going to feel to give back to you. So that is the thought process I have when going through building out sales funnels for my clients, is offering a lot of free value for people so that they feel obligated to give back to you. So this is something we've done for one of our clients. You know, it's a lead magnet right here. They'll go and opt in with, you know, their information or whatever. Then boom, all of a sudden they get the free training. So we're just basically giving them the free training in exchange for their email and their phone number. Their email, they will get opted into our email sequence where they'll get nurtured for weeks on end with good, solid, pre-built emails. And then on the vice versa side of things, we collect their phone number just in case we want to call them up, get their current situation, see where they're at in life, and then in turn, you know, get them on a sales call and try and get them in the program. So yeah, these are some changes I've made to my agency that have helped us grow with our offers. I've implemented these things on all of my offers so that, number one, we can nurture more people with offering them free information. And then on the back end side of things, we've been switching our process to a lot more of a setting process. And what setting is basically whenever we collect their phone number, when they opt into our free training, we'll just give them a call. That's a setting call. Or, you know, when they fill out their application form, instead of them being able to directly book their call, they are actually going to go to that application form, fill it out, and at the end, we'll say something like, hey, you know, if you apply, we will reach back out to you. Basically what that does is it puts the offer on a pedestal, and that's huge. You want to make people feel like they're a part of something. You want to eliminate the fear of investment and replace that with a fear of not being able to get accepted into the program. A lot of people, once they get in the program or once they get on the call, they're more than willing to put the money down, number one. And number two, once they get in the program, they're going to be way more grateful because they're going to feel like they got chosen, which means that they're going to put in more work, which means that they're going to get better results, which means we can leverage those results, which means we can make more money. So you can see the whole ecosystem that we're building, right? On the outside, we're offering a lot more free value. We're making the offer more scarce. Scarcity is one of the best marketing tactics that you can utilize. I utilize it in my clothing brand. I utilize it in my offers, my agency, whatever it be. Scarcity is huge. Scarcity is basically making people think that they can't get into something. It's exclusive. Supreme, the clothing brand, is very big on scarcity. One of the things they utilize, that we utilize ourselves in our clothing brand, is we don't restock stuff. So when people come in, they either buy it or they never see the product again. They're never gonna get it. And you know, on the inside, once you build that scarcity, like I said, those people are gonna be a lot more grateful that they either have the product or that they got chosen to be in the program. So it's great for building faster and better results and getting more students that appreciate what you've built for them. And on top of that is you're getting students that are actually changing their lives. They're actually making their money back and more. That's the goal. The goal with building these mentorship groups is not to just get as much money in the door, it's to get as much money in the door with as many student results as possible so that those students will make more money than they even invested into the program. It really is an investment, and that's the point of building a mentorship group if you do it the correct way. So yeah, a little yap. That's kind of what I wanted to go over today. All right, we got some good news. Marsh, tell them what just landed, bro.
A little $12,000 deposit into the account. That's a very, very high potential client that's going to make a lot of money. We're gonna get him set up with his brand. He's been trying to run it for a while now, but has just ran into a lot of issues, and we're gonna solve all of his problems. We're gonna fix his issues. We're gonna give him the people he needs, the tools he needs, the expertise he needs, the consulting he needs, and we're gonna get this guy ripping.
Pretty solid. So basically the gist of that is with the program that we built, it's very B2C focused, which which means business to consumer, but also knowing that we're gonna attract other business owners, we also have a separate tier to the program that offers a little bit more one-on-one support, a little bit more attention to the guys that already have businesses that don't need the beginner level sets. So that's also huge when building offers, is building a flexible offer, offers that appeal to multiple different people depending on what current situation that they're in. All right, it's later in the evening. Guys, work hard, play hard. We're up almost 6K today, so I'm gonna treat myself and my lady to a dinner at a nice restaurant here in Newport Beach. This is really what entrepreneurship is really about. At the end of the day, outside of all the hard work and all the effort that's put in and all of the, you know, just collaborative creativity that goes into building what I've been able to build and what my teammates and everyone has been able to build, it really does come down to what kind of life do you want to live. At the end of the day, nobody makes money just because of love for money, or at least we don't. We make money because we want to enjoy life, we want to enjoy freedom, and that is the ultimate reward of entrepreneurship. So, you know, I've been locking myself away in my room for the past like 4 days, really just working like 12-hour days, trying to renovate stuff, just see what's going wrong, put out fires and everything, and now I'm gonna enjoy a little dinner out tonight with my wife. So show them the fit, Trin.
This is the fit.
Got a little dress on.
All black.
Looking great. This is the fit for me. I like to create, you know, luxury-ish looking tops with grungy looking bottoms. So I got some jeans, some Docs, and then this button up just got maybe like a few weeks ago. But yeah, gonna go to a nice steak restaurant tonight, and then I'll come back and I'll give you guys an end of day report of how much money we made today. Not gonna lie, it's probably one of my best days I've had. We've been able to generate, I think, close to 20K today. Pretty solid stuff. All right, so for the cologne of choice for tonight, we got 2 colognes. Damn, look at how much of a vibe this is. But we got 2 colognes. We got Dolce Gabbana, and then we got Versace Hawass. Bro, this ended up on TikTok shop after I got the cologne, so that's really annoying. But what cologne do you think I should choose? Go choose.
I'm gonna go with Dolce & Gabbana.
All right, boys, I'm gonna catch y'all after dinner. All right, so we're gonna go to my whip right now. Nah, I'm just playing. This is my whip. This is the most embarrassing part of my day sometimes, is like coming to this parking garage, going to get in my whip next to this absolute beast of a car, man. This is Marshall's car, by the way. Absolutely nuts. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, you should cold start it.
Wanna do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a start for my car. I don't wanna embarrass him. Nah, I was just telling him that I'm getting a car in like 2 months. I'm so close, man. All right, what's good, boys? Back from dinner. We're just doing our nighttime talk. We pretty much come out here on this balcony every night. We'll either have some hookah or cigar or whatever it be, and we'll just talk about what we can do to do better with our business, Tame Psychotic. Pretty much anything that goes into that, whether that's like staffing guys, that's like a big thing that we're talking about right now. We're talking about hiring assistant coaches within the program and everything, because at the end of the day, we want to keep the offer exclusive. We want to keep it scarce, like I was talking about previously in the call. You know, we want to keep that scarcity within the offer, so that's what we're pretty much talking about right now, is just hiring and staffing guys, which is such a difficult thing to do. Nobody really talks about how difficult it is to like staff good guys as part of your program. I also just want to talk about like, what are your thoughts with like the program so far? What are your thoughts with goals for 2025? What do you want to see the offer hitting in terms of like numbers?
My goals as far as like the offer, obviously I want to scale it to 6 figures a month. You know, we're currently like probably halfway there at this point, just about.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, you know, my part in that is obviously just volume of content. I need to be posting more content. Any creators that I feel like are running an offer need to be providing as much value to their audience as they can, whether that's entertainment, inspiration, information, value, fucking relatability, just whatever they can to give to their audience. At the end of the day, I feel like people want to invest in people that invest in them, you know, and if you invest in your audience by pouring time into your content, pouring time into your documentation and stuff, I feel like that's going to be really key for me, you know, to be able to grow this offer. I think also like just focusing on helping people as much as possible, engaging with people as much as possible. That's something I do decent at, but I could be doing better with. I don't know, I think vlogging on YouTube is going to help us a ton. I think just showing more of like the whole process of like doing it, just like the process of building my business, building Tame, but the documentation of what I teach needs to be like very, very intentional and like frequent.
Yeah, that's been a huge switch for us, is just going all in on the specific content style. So we've been battling a mix of giving people free value, like I was talking about earlier. We want to slam a ton of free value, so in turn a lot of the people are going to feel obligated to, you know, buy from us. That's a great selling tactic. Another selling tactic is just documenting lifestyle, right? Documenting building a business. And this is the cool thing about when you actually work with somebody who makes good money from the business. Like, our business is one of the coolest businesses out there. We built a program teaching people how to scale their clothing brand. Our clothing brand is doing upwards upwards of 6 figures a month right now. That's the cool thing about working with clients that have a consistent flow in their business, is we're always working on the business every single day. So we can just document that every single day, day in and day out. And then boom, all of a sudden you just gain a massive amount of traffic for people to want to learn from you of how you've built the business that you've built. And that's the power of info products. You know, of course, what goes into that is keeping morals strong, like I was talking about, keeping the program to be able to produce the best results possible. So there's this whole ecosystem that you got to build with giving people FOMO through your content, and then building a program that is completely successful in the sense of producing client results and everything. So that's something that we're working on right now. A lot of our students in the program right now are already doing like 20, 30K, 50K a month with their brands. We have some influencers in there who are doing upwards of 6 figures with their brands and stuff like that, and they're just looking to scale to those $1 million months. That's the cool thing. Some people are looking for certain things. Like we have creators in here in the program who are looking to help with the personal brand side of things. We have complete beginners in here who are looking to build their Shopify stores or like work with manufacturers, and we give them the resources to be able to do that. That's something that's been huge for us to work on, and now we're just focused on the content side of things. So we've been able to learn to delegate a lot of the business so that we can focus on producing the best content, focus on producing the most amount of free value on the outside, so that we draw that demand of people that want to learn from us. So that's something we've been working on. But so far this month we've done 52 grand with the offer, so pretty solid first month. We're looking to do upwards of $100,000-$200,000 months. I've been working really hard on the staffing side of things. I have multiple setters on this offer. I have multiple closers, multiple different sources of traffic, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, multiple different funnels, whether that's like actual funnels with direct CTAs to the program or free guides, or we have a $23 product that offers like a lot of beginner knowledge to nurture a lot of the students. So that's a lot of stuff that we've been working on. So we pretty much just come out here every night and just talk about all this stuff, give a recap of our day, end of day reports. I get on with my closers, my setters, talk about what's going wrong, what's going right, what we can do more of. So that's kind of like what we do out here every night, which is pretty solid.
There's never really a moment for us where we're like, well, I mean, I guess we kind of do have a few of these moments where we're kind of just relaxing, talking about really nothing, but for the most part, any even moments of relaxation and just kind of like chilling, winding down, or like still intentional to the point where we're trying to fine tune our efforts, right? Because essentially we only have so much energy that we can give during the day, and that's mechanical energy, like actually doing the work. We want to be able to like set ourselves up to have that effort be as like targeted and like very like powerful as possible. So like times like this where we're just kind of talking and chatting are like, I feel like super beneficial to kind of like set us up to have those really like high leverage work sessions. Like for example, tomorrow we're gonna get to work. I know exactly what I need to do. There's no experimentation. There's no time fucking spending planning out. Like we know exactly what needs to be done. I know exactly what I'm gonna film tomorrow. He knows exactly what he's gonna do tomorrow, what meetings he's gonna do. Talks like this and like times like this that we kind of like do that. We set ourselves up for really, really, really just high leverage, like fucking dead shot work where we're just grinding like the right things, what we need to be doing.
So yeah, I would recommend you guys, regardless of what business you're in, definitely sit down the night before and at least on some corny shit, lay out your clothes for the next day, right? Like I don't typically do that, but like stuff like that in preparation helps. So like planning your day ahead, like we have fat to-do lists for each other every single day, the night before, that we pre-built out and everything. Like I said, we know exactly what we're gonna handle tomorrow. We know exactly what time we need to wake up, what meetings we have. We are very organized with like our calendars and our team schedule, and that's something that's very crucial to pretty much any business that you're gonna build. So the last thing outside of the yaps, I'm gonna show you guys this view really quick. So here's what the view looks like at night. Pretty solid. Very peaceful. It's been extremely windy here. But yeah, first vlog for me, which is awesome. It's probably all over the place. Probably just a lot of business yaps and everything. So if this is something you guys want to hear more about, let me know. I'll probably slam these out probably like once a week, once every other week. I really do want to get more consistent with it. Next vlog, we're going to be taking some dirt bikes out to the desert, getting a lot of good YouTube content with Marsh, with a buddy of ours, Qasim. A lot of you guys probably know who Navarre Qasim is. We're going to take out some dirt bikes in the desert. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, you know, learning a little bit more about what I do to survive on a day-to-day basis. Not only survive, but live abundantly. So stay strong, guys. Build the businesses that you've always dreamed about. 2025. I encourage you guys to come different this year. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.